Enter the unknown. Steps to victory. Taking steps to victory. We don't need to see the entire staircase to start this adventure. We just need to select the stairway we want to climb based on the desired destination. Then we must decide to make it happen, or to let it happen, better yet. For most of us, we can agree that we are choosing the staircase to break off ineffective and detrimental decisions in order to unveil victory. For most of us, we can agree that we are choosing the staircase to break off ineffective and detrimental decisions in order to unveil victory. We embrace the undeniable fact that there will be a lot of steps. Or not. Let it be easy. Why not? But let's just embrace that there could be a lot of steps ahead, and we begin our journey by taking the first one. Then we take the second and the third and the fourth. Reaching the 10th step, we have completed the first flight. Woo! We then turn the corner and see the next flight of stairs to climb. We cannot and will not see the 25th flight of stairs from step 1. Should there be a 25th flight? This is seemingly self-explanatory and obvious statement when reading. But how often in life do we see our lofty dreams out in the distance and then give up before we even start? When we can't see how far the road goes, we hesitate. Will we have what it takes? What if we don't? What exactly will be involved in the climb? Will I be comfortable? Can I bring my friends? Will I have my favorite dessert on the 25th flight? Our fear and obsession with comfort keeps us from budging. In order to find out what lies ahead, we must put in the energy, time, and commitment that's required, and willingness, and surrender, and acceptance, and self-love. Our lungs may gasp for air, our muscles may burn and cramp as sweat drips down our back, and we will wonder, what the heck were we thinking? There will be times we'll be so tired and that our legs will give out completely. Tripping as we take a step, we may fall down, sometimes down an entire flight. We crash and burn, our courage and former excitement charring in the flames. Exhaustion and injury have a special way of killing optimism, arresting motivation. After the fall, it's apparent that we need rest. We take some time on this landing to rest and renew our strength. Seeing how far we've come, completely exhausted, that voice of comfort says, look how much work you've done. You've come so far. Let's just stay here on this flight. I mean, you're tired. You've done plenty, haven't you? Just celebrate how far you've come. This is far enough. You deserve rest. The trouble with these thoughts is that they are all true. We are tired. We should celebrate how far we've come. We do deserve rest. But none of that changes the decision that we made when we set out. The decision to make it to the top. Discomfort tells us to compromise our goals when feelings become our master instead of a servant. And soon we begin considering living life in the stairwell. Take it from me. When you stop in the middle of your climb, you simply prolong your own suffering. I got stuck for over a year because I was tired, hurt, and I had lost belief that my breakthrough was possible. I began downgrading my hopes and expectations, thinking, this stairwell is fine. I mean, there's a water valve and a nice window to the fire escape. I kind of like how small it is, actually. Kind of cozy. I think I could make a pretty good life here. The thing is, I invested everything I had to make this climb. I left my average but comfortable apartment to climb to a penthouse suite. Now all that I and everyone else can see is me with nothing. Climbing a bunch of stairs. What is she doing? Why doesn't she just go back to her 9 to 5? This is when I was a barista, so she's a barista? Wasn't she invited to law school? This girl has some issues. The perceived judgmental and oh so confused thoughts and words compounded with my discouraged state of exhaustion leads me to reconsider my goal. With what little energy I have left, I long to create some comfort for myself. Taking my eyes off my final destination, I look at my current surroundings and my mind begins to wander. Maybe I should just go back down and get my other life back. I had gone all in, sacrificing everything for a vision that only I could see. There are no guarantees, and now I am stranded in the middle of my climb. I have no idea how tall this staircase tower is. How many flights of stairs will there be? It would be so much easier if I knew. Barely surviving, I could turn around and walk back down or keep climbing for however long it will take. Some of us will live the rest of our lives in the stairwell instead of fighting to get to the penthouse suite of victory. Or better yet, surrendering and allowing it to come to you. And becoming the person that really resides in that penthouse suite. Don't allow yourself to be robbed of that beautiful penthouse view. There's one designed with you in mind. And obviously not everybody wants a penthouse suite, but whatever it is for you. Get that. Do that. May this serve as encouragement to you. We are all climbing our mountains, and the temptation to quit pursues each of us. The only difference between those who make it to their destination and those who do not is the decision to cut off from any other option. But be cautious not to take this too literally. For example, I have to become CEO of this company. This is the only way. This is my penthouse goal. This type of mindset is actually limiting. What if you're actually going to meet an incredible business partner and start your own company, creating complete financial and time freedom? While the CEO goal seems lofty and admirable, it is still from a place of scarcity. For example, I was set on finding my way to time and financial freedom so that I could be freed up for wherever my purpose leads. At first, I was sure that the vehicle to freedom would be my first business alone, and have since learned to move in the direction of my dreams while also being open to other possibilities. What works in one season may not be what's meant for the next. This is why it helps to line up with our divine purpose, most importantly, our divine guide, aka Creator. I was so convinced that I knew what my purpose was. I spent time banging my head against a wall that I thought was a door. Eventually, I laid everything down and asked God to tell me what to pick up one by one. I laid down businesses, relationships, where I lived, friendships, my finances, everything. I could have missed the boat on writing this book had I been so set on my first business as being the only way to my goal. The vehicle isn't necessarily what we're clinging to. It's the conceptual outcome. Sobriety, relational freedom, victory, peace, courage, faith, financial freedom, and so on. Then we walk towards that concept through actionable steps that help us get the ball rolling. Once we take steps of faith into uncharted territory, God's provision is activated as we seek Him wholeheartedly. Super fun stuff. Regardless of how damaged you perceive yourself to be, how exhausted you currently are, or your belief of the existence and power of divinity, there is still untouched beauty within you that is waiting to be awakened. Let's honor the process, dig deep, and unveil it. Word. Here are some questions to get your journal out and consider. What areas of your life are you excited and enthusiastic? So grab your journal right now and go through these questions. What areas of your life are you excited to access breakthrough in? What are you enthusiastic about accessing breakthrough in? What will open up for you once this becomes your new norm? What will open up for you once this becomes your new norm, your new normal? Keep your mind going on the outcomes in the midst of the process and keep going. And what I've learned, to echo this last chapter, what I've learned is that the key is to envision the essence of the life that you want to live. An essence of life could be peace. Everything is handled. No striving. Rest. Abundance. Everything paid for. So then it's like, that's the life that I am living. And so then what would a day in the life look like? when I'm living in that reality? What would my day look like? And who am I as an existence? Who am I when it comes, who am I in that life? And what's amazing and wild and just so supernaturally golden is that I've already been implementing these practices. Like, who am I as the person that I want to be? Who am I as the mom that has control over myself when my kids are melting down? Who am I as that person? And naturally, my day-to-day self starts moving in the direction when I just envision and imagine who I am in that, as that person. And the beautiful thing is that we get to become whoever we choose to be. And so allow yourself to be a different person in 5 minutes than you are right now, because you do not have to remain the same. So and then the other important thing is to forgive yourself when you snap into the old character and then you realize, no, I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to be that. I just want to be this over here, and allow yourself to give yourself another chance to keep moving forward. Keep your mind on the outcomes in the midst of the process and keep going.